Hi, I'm Craig, and today on the Spec Show, we're going to continue our discussion on cutting concrete for USAR operations with a 14-inch cutoff saw. After we've covered basic operations of the saws and the starting procedures and gone over the proper PPE for cutting concrete, we then want to move into some time spent practicing getting efficient at cutting concrete. And the way that we measure that is by being able to operate the saw from point A to point B without a lot of starting and stopping and binding up the wheel. When we practice on the horizontal slab, we like to make sure that the students use everything that the saw has to offer to their benefit, including the feet that the saw can rest on, proper positioning of the blade guard, and using the feet of the saw to support the saw and just rock it down into the concrete and cut to full depth. It's important to start the saw spinning up to full throttle and full RPMs off the surface of the concrete and then slowly lower the saw into the concrete material and begin cutting. We try to emphasize to the students to make sure that they plunge into full depth. A 14-inch cutoff wheel will cut approximately 5 inches of concrete at full depth. A couple of things that we can look at when we're operating the saw to tell that we're at full depth is from this side of the saw, we're going to see the arbor guard on the open end of the blade guard is going to be completely against the concrete. And on the opposite side, we're going to be looking at the belt drive, and the belt drive is going to be completely on the deck of the concrete, and this lets us know that we're cutting a full 5 inches of concrete at a time. From there, it's just a matter of controlling the saw with a firm grip on the forward handlebar and applying a little bit of pressure to the rear handle where the throttle is and pushing forward on the saw and working with the natural progression of the saw spinning forward to draw you into the cut. Taking the time to spend on the saws during this phase and practicing cutting concrete is going to lead to better efficiency when we move forward in the class and begin performing actual breaches into the concrete slabs. For Spec Rescue International, I'm Craig Mignogno. This has been the Spec Show. For more information on any of our technical rescue training classes or any of our course offerings, find us online at specrescue.com.